Hey guys, we're here. Can you hear me? Tommy, can you hear me? Jason hasn't watched it yet. Ooh, this is like that. Ooh, we're gonna have to like do this in the third season. Some sort of nightmare sequence. Hey, who's there? Anyone? Anybody there? I see Carrie's here, and yep. Okay, hi everybody. Who's puking? What's going on? So, what do y'all think of the special? Hey, Carl, my new Facebook friend. Oh, motion sick. Hey, Jason. Jason, I feel like you and I have not talked in 20 years. I keep looking down here. I need to look up there. So, starting tomorrow, starts going back to normal, so we can get all caught up. And Carl, I didn't know you were in Indiana. Did you know that I'm from Indiana? My mom almost married a Lawson, so we'll talk. We'll talk. Hi, Julie. Hi, Scotia. I don't know if you can see him.
Hi, everyone.
Mr. Whiting is here.
I'm here. I just brought Master his tea.
Which he very wisely brought me in this very attractive. See if I can get it close
Old
to my
Dogs and
computer.
New Tricks mug.
Now watch me spill the tea.
Which is giant size.
Giant size.
Well, it's not giant size, but it's
10
nicely
10
sized.
gallons.
Nice.
10 gallons.
No.
Hi, Kristen. Let's see. Where to begin? Questions about anything? Actually, I can read some announcements. We're going to be in a. Well, you probably saw this on Facebook. We're going to be in something called the CMG Short Film Festival in the city of WeHo.
You're getting questions.
Oh, good questions. No, just people saying. There was a special guest, Julie. Didn't you stay up rather late waiting for it? Didn't we all stay up rather late waiting for it? You know, I have to say, people's reaction to it being late has been as touching as people's reaction to the special. Because I was like, oh my God.
It wasn't his fault, everyone.
People are going to think I'm a flake. We're so unprofessional. But you know, we've done 2 seasons without missing a deadline. So,
listen, it was what they used to call in the olden days technical difficulty.
Well, these aren't the olden days, though. People want it now.
That which makes it all the more difficult. I don't understand any of it. He does all of that hard work. So, anyway,
I wish you understood.
He was very excited about getting it to you guys, and so are there any questions?
No, just hi and
hi everyone.
Julie, you have my address: Old Dogs New Tricks, theseries.com/gift shop. That's where the mugs are. I wish I could afford to give them away. You all deserve it. I wish we had Zach Braff's money, but oops.
Oh, stop talking about that.
Oh, hi Emily.
Hi, Emily.
Yeah, you gotta love technology.
I can't see who's.
I think what we figured out it was because of our Wi-Fi provider who will remain nameless. I was trying to download it on my fabulous new Apple, which in every other respect has truly been fabulous, and anyway, because it was wireless, you know, sometimes wireless drops out, and if you're loading something that big, and it drops out. So, because we, after 2 attempts yesterday, I loaded it once before I went to bed, and when I went to bed, it said like 2 hours, and we woke up this morning, and it said like
18 minutes.
No, it said like 2,400 minutes. It's like what? Then it's like, okay, put it on a flash drive, bring it back to the desktop.
So
see, he doesn't understand this stuff.
No, the thing is that it happened several times that it just wouldn't upload for a variety of reasons. So finally, bottom line is that it finally is done.
Should we tell them what happened this morning when we thought we downloaded it?
Excuse me.
We downloaded it
allergies.
This morning. We did after we saw what was happening. We downloaded it on the desktop, and it was about 3 minutes away from being done. When I looked up and noticed it was Lawrence's eBay account, YouTube account, and not mine. So that was.
Yes, I have my own YouTube channel or account or whatever, where I have it's mostly music videos.
Okay.
If you want to look it up.
I'm sorry, Nora couldn't be here either. I'm dying to find out what she thought. Sleep deprivation. Yeah, can we talk about?
This guy is exhausted. I mean, he hasn't gotten. I mean, he's doing well,
I
but
slept
he
well
hasn't
last
gotten
night.
enough.
I haven't
sleep.
caught up yet.
Yes, he has not caught up yet.
I know the blues. Steve, darling. Mwah, mwah. Did you like the special, Steve? You know me. I'm always like, that's my first thing. What is Steve going to say? So yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting different messages from different sources. I should turn everything off. So Julie cried. Thank you, darling. We decided we opened up. We actually have a really nice, fabulous day today in LA for the first time in I don't know how long. So we opened all the blinds and thought we'd use.
Yesterday was nice too.
Natural.
Yesterday was nice too.
I should wear sunglasses. Yeah, yesterday was nice. Today's nicer. Adored it. Cry. You cried? Oh my God.
Who cried? Who cried?
Steve Gray.
Steve Gray. That's sweet.
Well, can you say that New Zealand's down under, or is that like? Am I mixing my? Is that like saying Italy and Sicily are the same thing?
I cried too, by the way.
Isn't it funny watching Kurt talk with his voice? It's and we saw him recently in that play, Absolutely Filthy, where he did an American voice. And the last time I worked with him, he did a Southern accent. So every time I hear him talk in an American accent, it's like, what?
Well, like he normally talks.
Yeah, with his own voice, his own.
So,
Chicago.
does anyone have any like questions about or comments? I'm just curious.
So he's more down under. Yeah, Kurt's got a wonderful voice, a wonderful singing voice. He's done a lot of musicals and like rock and roll stuff.
Yeah.
And you heard Bite Me. You heard a lot of Bite Me, more than you heard in the pilot. Did you guys like all the extras? I mean, was it fun to see all the stuff that you've only seen in snippets?
Did you enjoy the behind-the-scenes stuff?
Because I really wanted this to be more about, just giving you all stuff to... Although, it was fun to stroll down memory lane. You want to hear it? Something I remembered, which I didn't really remember until I was working on the special, that Bill Shannon, the guy that hits on Damien, in the very first script was actually going to be Nelson Van Eddy. That was going to be Nelson.
Musical episode.
That was going to be Nelson's first appearance. And I think I realized when we were tweaking the scripts to start shooting the second season that if Nathan found out that Damien had slept with Nelson, I think that would have been that. So that's why we but music. I'd love a musical episode if we could get someone to write the music. Pevsner actually said he would, and but that would be a lot of work because we have to record it so far ahead of time. But we'll see. We'll see. I'm starting now that
David as Brad was crazy. Yes, I agree. Wasn't that? I thought he was actually really good as Brad.
Well, no, we actually talked. I mean, there was debate after the auditions that. And his muscles, you didn't really get a sense of his muscles in that, but we actually liked his muscles too.
Yes, he has very nice muscles.
As does everyone. So, so well made, like an true Hollywood story. Oh, I wish we had that voiceover guy. And then tragedy. I missed those biography days.
Biography.
Right before every commercial. They were at the peak of their success, not knowing that tragedy loomed ahead. Fade to black, go to commercial. Kurt is perfect for it.
Well, and that's why I think at the end, just like it said in the special, everybody was ultimately cast perfectly. Mm. So that, right now you can't imagine anybody but those four guys playing. And I want to
clarify something that the special wasn't clear on. Jim J. Bullock, we actually offered him that without an audition. So in those audition scenes, he was already cast. He wasn't auditioning. So it wasn't like we had everyone in, saw Jim audition, and saw Pevsner auditioned and picked Jim, he was already attached. So that's why Pevsner didn't even audition for Ross, because the part was cast. And when we saw him, it was like, God, wouldn't he be a perfect Ross?
I'm
Anyway.
looking here. Steve Gray wrote something interesting. It was so well made.
I saw that E! True Hollywood Story, yeah.
E! True Hollywood
Thank you.
Story.
You know, that one of the reasons it took so long, not so much the delays the
Thank
past
you.
couple days, but
There's the
delay
camera.
the past week. I know, the delays the past week was that this is the first project I've ever cut on iMovie. Ever. So I think I did an okay job.
He did an excellent job. He worked really, really hard and learned a lot. And now he could do his own editing to a degree for certain things, I suppose.
David could do an Old Dogs one-man show. That's funny, Emily. And David's British accent. Well, you know, Brad's accent's fake. He's actually from Florida, so that was
Okeechobee,
okay.
Florida.
Okeechobee.
Okeechobee?
Or is it Okeechobee? I got
I thought it was
corrected.
Okeechobee.
Whatever it is in the pilot is wrong, and the first review we got was like, well, I love the show, but I have to take offense at it. It's like, oh, okay.
Okay,
you
how
like it
did
once
you
you
like
got-
it once you got it working?
Okeechobee. And how once I got the special working, oh, don't do that. I liked it. I mean, I was constantly, you know, Jeffrey Patrick Olson said something. He was very sweet when it crashed because I had gotten all the
Oh,
interviews.
he means iMovie. Working with iMovie.
I loved it. It's very easy. It's very intuitive. It gets a little glitchy a couple times, but during those 4 hours with Apple support, I talked to a wonderful lady named Cheryl who actually gave me her cell number. She gave me all sorts of tips and stuff, and you know, like when things go glitchy, you can go into certain files and remove them, and supposedly it works. iMovie. Yeah, I had been doing all the trailers on Windows Media or Movie Maker. Anyway, Jeffrey Patrick Olson sent me an email saying, you know, it's horrible and it's going to be a lot of work to put it back together, but it's happened to me, and you'll find that the second try it'll be even better. And he was right, actually, because then as I was putting it back together, I kept saying like, oh, use that clip here, and that would be a perfect clip there. So it was fun. It was
And, you know,
gift.
it really is. I'm going to say this from my standpoint, is that I felt that, you know, Leon was very focused on doing it. We didn't talk about it a lot. It was really more him working.
And you watching cuts.
Yeah, I'm
every
watching
couple
cuts,
days.
you know, periodically, but he really did it with you guys in mind. You know, what he felt as a fan he would want to see, and the behind the scenes stuff that.
Well, I love that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, you know, everyone loves to see that stuff, and how well the cast and crew really did get along behind the scenes.
Well,
and
just the story of how it comes together, because I always find that just as interesting.
Julie was there, of course.
Yeah, it's Julie. Vance, why did you have to, what trivia? Okay, got it. Oh, well, thanks. Thank you, Carrie. It was fun.
Okeechobee.
The music was fun. Nick did a great job. I sent him an email like, Nick, I need background music, because I was just going to use Talking Heads, and it was like, oh my God, this is going to be like the longest 30 minutes ever. And he sent me quite a bit of background music that was perfect for this kind of thing. And then we used some songs from the soundtrack. What we call the Desperate Housewife porn song. I love that, where
I
it starts
love
out like
that.
Desperate Housewives and turns into bow, chuckle, wow, waka, chuckle, wow.
Lawrence said my name, and now I have Morgan Freeman talking. Which means she's seeing a commercial.
Oh, I thought maybe you were saying
I think.
Lawrence was now God. 'Cause sometimes-
Yes, I am.
Okeechobee.
Get
I
out-
should know
get
that.
used
You
to
know,
it.
my parents spend winters in Okeechobee. I don't know how many times I've written it, but when I shot that scene, it came out Okeechobee. And sorry, Floridans.
Floridians.
Floridians.
It's Floridian.
Floridians. It makes it sound like some dental product. Yeah, it was great. It was great having Amanda. You know, because I hated it. It's every song that Amanda sang. You know, she gave us the whole song, and we told her in advance. Oh well, it'll just be the last couple lines of the song, and by the time we would finish a cut, it would be like the very last line of a song. So I really wanted to put at least one of those in there, and that was I think that was my favorite song.
Who's Soul Drifter? Identify. I don't know all the nom de plumes.
Scotia, right? Scotia, you're Soul Drifter.
You're
right?
yeah. That's gold.
Ay, ay, ay.
Well, I can't remember. I'm too old for this.
So
but thank you.
Anybody have? So we're going to go forward with the calendar. We're very preliminary talks, but now that the special's done and things can go back to normal a bit, we're going to be working on that. So that was a great idea by Glenn Drake to do the beefcake calendar, I think.
Wait, I want to know now what Scotia means. What Lawrence probably is sometimes what? What am I?
God.
God.
Um,
I'm more like Oz. I am Oz.
You thought you missed the chat, Chantel, or the special? Because the special was supposed to be yesterday. Lawrence is very camp.
What is censor? There's a word censored
I don't
there,
know.
real
It
Steve
does that
Gray.
all the time. Oh, Steve swears it's like a sailor.
I hope it's a good word.
See, I keep starting to say things, and then this one interrupts me, and then I can't remember. So blame him. You just talk. I'll just sit here and drink.
Steve addressed me, and I wanted to respond.
Scotia thinks that you are God, and yes, he is camp. On our first, wasn't our first date, but the first time I came over to your apartment, he did an impression of June Allison. So yeah, that's.
Guilty,
not a vocal impression, a dance interpretation of June
Well, no,
Allison.
but it was. Well,
let's just be clear.
Didn't I? No, I did a little. I sang a little tune to go along with the June Allison.
I'm June Allison, or something like that. Oh, God, 100 years ago.
It was so long ago.
Oh, Steve.
I was just a child.
So questions. Let's talk about the show.
Thank you, Steve.
This is probably maybe the last chat we have for a while. I don't know. If I can get the dogs back to do some chats. But, Peds is getting ready to do his one-man show in Palm Springs.
Thank you, Julie.
Kurt's always working. Well, apparently I couldn't resist June Allison, because 300 years later, and here we are.
I love June Allison.
I guess there are no questions after the special, because what questions could there be?
I guess all your questions have now been satisfied.
There was one part that I was going to include that I ended up cutting out because it was so long. But originally, this is something I haven't told too many people. When I was writing the scripts in Indiana, I kind of envisioned Patrick Bristow, who played Dr. Keebler later on, as Brad. Because then I envisioned Brad as being kind of one of those 80s Euro, the look, very MTV. He has fabulous red hair and whatever. And we had crossed paths at a theater company, and so I sent him the scripts while I was writing them, and he really liked them and sent me a very lovely email, which I still have saved, very complimentary one. And he wanted to do it, but was kind of scared because he does a lot of children's programming and stuff like that. And he actually did the very, 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 very first table read we did with Jim J. Bullock and me and Jeffrey. But this ain't Roots. I didn't have time to put in all the genealogy. So that's a little story that's just our secret.
I agree, Steve.
Patrick's
is wonderful.
Wonderful. You know that bit in his episode where the shrink kept calling Ross Ross? That was when we were running through the scene. As they were doing camera setups and stuff. He did that. And because he had already suggested that Nathan should have a series of celebrity shrinks like Murphy Brown's secretaries, I'm like, oh my God, you got to use that because it'll give Nathan a reason to fire you. So that was him. Yeah, well, we're only in Rylan and I are only in Hot Guys with Guns maybe that long, and maybe even less. I mean, you never know until you see the final cut. They previewed it, but I don't know if it's final. But it was fun to shoot. Rylan's really funny in it. In the show, he always, I told him that Damien's the only character who doesn't know is in a comedy. So in Hot Guys with Guns, he was actually kind of funny. He's like, do you think that's a real piano? It's like, Have you ever heard of a fake piano? It was funny.
Jason has an interesting question.
How did you decide
the
what
show.
to include and what not to include? Must have been tough. Actually, how we did it, before the interviews, I'd written like a brief outline for Lawrence because he was the interviewer off camera whose voice
I was
never
the
heard.
unseen off-camera
Inquisitor, the Spanish Inquisitor. I'm gonna slump because I'm just tired. Fuck bad posture. Good posture. So yeah, it was basically like, what do you think attracts people to the show? What do you think of your character? What do you think about your audition? And so we asked them, and he asked them in order, each of the actors when we shot the audition. So, it was somewhat organized, but I found some people's answers kind of went into other questions. And as for the clips, that was kind of easy. The nice thing about iMovie, because I just had all the episodes in one event, as they call it, and all the episodes or all the
how did you know
backstage
that was
stuff
me?
in another one. And so, because you see thumbnails of the whole film, and I could just scroll up and down through the whole episodes and be like, oh, that'd be a good scene for that topic. Oh, I should put that there. But the funnest part was just like accidentally stumbling on thing in the beginning part talking about how they told me how they would talk. For some reason, I looked down, and for some reason, it was just on that "Happy Birthday, you old cunt," and it occurred to me, oh my God, I should include that and the 50-year-old cake from the pilot to kind of set up, that's what happened in the beginning. Nathan turned 50, and off we go. So I kind of enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind doing this kind of stuff again, but I'd have to get paid for it, for all this stress, and I would never stay up all night. Well,
You're missing a lot of
well,
questions.
good.
Emily's there,
Well, no, I like that. I like them.
Vance,
Okay,
Kristen.
all right. You have all the interviews back from Max and Alex. No, we only have like the ones we posted. The ones with Ian Buchanan and Ryland and Bruce. He's tried to send me Jeffrey and mine, but they haven't come out, and he's very busy, I guess. So. Make actors totally ready to take risks. Yeah, Patrick's great. I what if we could get Patrick back as another part? Lawrence was the first to clap after the pool scene. He was clapping because, yay, no one got hurt. No insurance claims to fill out. We were very concerned because we were...
Yeah, we were worried that somebody was going to get hurt.
We
in
were
that
at a
pool
friend's
scene.
house, and she was extremely nervous about it all, as were we. I mean...
But, we had insurance. We were okay. But, we were worried somebody was going to get hurt. But everything was fine, and it was hilarious, as you saw. It continued so much. That's why he had to put it in the special, because there was so much fun that came out of that pool scene.
It was a fun day, although it almost killed me.
A lot of questions.
I can see them. Let me read them, and I'll get through them. Pop-up episodes. The first time it was like when each episode hit 5,000. Season 2 premieres already at 5,000. Should we make it 10,000? An episode has to hit 10,000 before we do a pop-up.
Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So let's get to 10,000 and do a pop-up. Peter Antarati. I have an idea for Peter, actually. I don't know. I don't want to say any more about that, but yeah, I actually do. I'm going to talk to him. In fact, I'm glad you said that.
I'm going to add it to his list, his famous list.
No, go and get all my tablets.
He's got, 8 tablets with different lists on them. Very organized. A lot of things going on.
Well, hopefully less now. But so Peter Antarati. I haven't spoken to him, but I will. He's very nice. We named him a hunk of the day a while back, and he retweeted us and liked our page, and I didn't work with him on stage, but I worked at the theater company where he did a play, and he's a really nice guy, and my God, does he look good in a wife beater. So, I'm not even going to say who he's going to be involved with, although you can probably figure that out. Plans for the summer. We're going to Palm
Well,
Springs.
Well, we're going to Palm Springs for 2 days.
one night, 2 days, one night, just next week, just because now it really is kind of just a very short intake of breath before we come back and kick into go-go, and then I start writing, and
Yeah, I mean that's going to be the main thing for you, right?
He is hot.
Working on season 3. Who's hot?
Peter Antarati.
Oh yeah. I don't know if.
Oh, Vance, were you the one who suggested? Cool. Okay. Cameron, yeah. Yeah, Paul Hart was the camera guy. Outtakes deleted, scenes or other dog bites for season 2. We didn't have a lot of bloopers that I know of. I was on set.
We don't have a lot of bloopers because we're total pros.
I know there is one of Damien tossing me a helmet, and it was like a field goal. It just like went right through my arms.
Actually,
but
that was just a blooper. You hit me in the nose.
Sorry. The thing with the bloopers is that they're all on. It's just raw footage, of which we actually have, but it would require literally hours and hours and hours of going through stuff and editing, which I think I've kind of had my fill of for.
He's definitely had his fill of
a couple
editing
weeks
for a while.
Eventually, I'll get to the point where it's like, we've got to have bloopers. Why don't we have bloopers? We have season 1 bloopers that are up, so on our YouTube. Yes, I'm organized, which signs the wrong covers. Which now I've been putting it off. Now that you mentioned advanced, I can pull it out. I've been putting it off, going crazy working on the special, but now we will fix that.
Now we will fix it.
We will take this off. We will send this to Scotia. We will put a fresh new one with the correct title, because you can see the first episode was once called Sex Ed before being changed to Topsy Turvy. We'll print out a new one and I'll sign it. I know, like anyone gives a rat's ass. I wanted to ask you guys a question. You guys saw a clip from Deer Season, the film that I did with Arvin. I hate this thing the way it jumps. It makes me nervous. Arvin suggested that maybe we auction off an autographed copy. The DVD actually has lots
really
of
funny.
extras. It's 15 minutes, but the DVD has 3 different audio commentaries. One with me and Chris Stone, who played the redneck guy. A commentary with director Arvin Batista and writer Derek Stryker, who is also now a Old Dogs director and editor, and also commentary of the 2 producers. It's a great film. It's probably my favorite film on. I'd cover up.
It's my favorite film.
It's one of my 3 favorites. It's like
really
you know, you can't pick favorite children.
Very much Deer Season. It's funny. Leon is different. Scotia noted that you looked very different. And it's his first work with Arvin, who then the 2 of them went on to make Old Dogs what it is, and it's very funny.
Yeah, and a great script by Derek.
Earlier era Leon Acord.
Not earlier. It was
2005 years.
7 years
8
ago.
years.
7.
8.
No, it was at the end of 2000.
That's not true. You're lying.
No, because I remember we shot a lot of it on around Halloween. There was some.
Emily Dawn said she'd buy it.
All right, stop. Calm down. Let me get caught up with questions.
It's so exciting.
Come back and visit us Hoosiers. Well, maybe someday. Cover sheet from last time. Are we overall happy with the outcome of the entire show? Chantel asks. I'll let you answer that first.
I certainly am. I'm very proud of Leon. Very proud of him. I mean, as most of you know, we've been together a very long time. Hundreds and hundreds of years. And, you know, I'm very proud and so pleased that it's found an audience and, you know, that we actually have, you know, such great supporters, athletic and otherwise, you know, nice people who have just really helped Leon get through this whole experience of pushing a show.
One of whom is Golden Fleece.
Yes.
Can you see Deer Season? The only thing The whole film used to be on some Russian version of YouTube, which I don't think it's there anymore. The only other clip I know of is the clip that was in our special, which is on my Leon Acord YouTube channel, which I haven't even looked at in months.
You know, I also think, I mean, you know, aside from everyone in general, Jason in particular has been fantastic.
Right, I'm still up here. I never answered the question. I never answered. Am I happy?
That's
the
true.
Overall
Yes.
outcome of the entire show. Duh! Was that horrible? No, yeah, no, it's. Where are you going?
I'm going to let you answer that question.
Fetch me something to eat. I'm
Without
starving.
my,
I am absolutely. What are you going to? You're going to do your June Allison impression.
Am I on camera? Can I be seen? Wait a minute.
He's June Allison. Well, you can see how happy I am. Just that question made me giddy. There are like 2 glitches in season 2, sound-wise, that I'm not too thrilled with, which I shouldn't even talk about. But other than that, I'm astounded that we pulled it off. When I think of just this time last year, for a variety of reasons, but I didn't ever think that there were times I never thought it would happen, and it happened really well, and everyone made it look fabulous, and everyone did a great performance, and so yeah, I really don't have any other than those 2 scenes that had kind of iffy sound. That's really yeah, no regrets, nothing but yeah. And it's just it feels complete now. There's a feeling, and you don't often get that as an actor, but I do have a feeling of sort of like, even if that was it, even if the special's the last we do, which we're hoping and praying it won't be, it's been done and done well. So
I need to say something else.
Of course you do.
Well, no, because it's also, to just articulate, it's kind of the realization of a dream for Leon, because he grew up, in a way wanting to
have my own TV show.
Have his own TV show, and
but for different reasons. Then you want to.
Well, no, when you're young, but
then it's all about you want to be a TV star. But now it's like you want to act. You want to like do stuff you want to do, and yeah, you want to do a TV show, but it's not because you want to be, shut up.
Well, no, that's all it is. It's just like the realization of a dream, I think, for him, and what makes it most gratifying is that people actually like what he's done, and
that's been the best part.
I'm completely shocked. I mean, I really didn't know he had it in him.
And you'll never have it in you again either. That's a Brad response. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say.
Questions. Give us more questions.
You were talking about something. What was the last thing you said? Bad posture. It's bad on camera. Derek has cameos too. Oh, and actually John Cleland, the guy who directed the pool fight scene, has 2 cameos in Deer Season. One's in a bear suit, playing a bear. Anyway, okay. Mike, and Emily, I'm sorry we didn't have...
Sorry.
I'm sorry we didn't have backstage footage more of the reception, as it turns out, and that's something else I recalled from putting it together, is that Paul was only there the first wedding day, not the second, and we shot all the reception and dancing stuff the second day. I really hoped that we had Amanda performing and you all dancing, especially Michael with his tie. I've got to figure out a role for Michael in season 2. You think he could play Damien's brother? He looks enough like that. All right. Any word on a DVD for the show for seasons 1 and 2? Words are being spoken about a DVD, but words I can't really talk about.
Right.
But it's something we are actually...
As executive producer, I say we can't talk about it.
I'm Mr. Show and he's Mr. Business. We can't talk about it, but we're working on it.
But we're working on trying to get
it professionally done. And,
to get hopefully a larger,
Something else we're thinking about is maybe iTunes. Would you guys want to like buy the whole season on iTunes so you could like watch it on your stuff? That's something that to me, it kind of seems redundant. Why would you buy something online that you can watch online for free? So that's my research question for the night. Let me know.
Well,
Oh, fabulous! Thank you, darling.
they've seen it.
No, it's very sweet. Oh wait, I'm skipping questions. Let me go back up to the top.
You're eating on the air.
Oh, I don't care. You don't. How many dinner scenes have I shot? Oh yeah, Chantel, I am. Oh, Chantel missed the whole answer to. Am I happy about the show? Quick answer is yes, yes, yes. Very, very happy. Other than a couple technical glitches, which
Which no one noticed, so stop talking about it.
some people have noticed, and they happen at the worst possible moments in the show. But you know, as web shows go, I don't know how many other web shows you watch. There's some really fabulous ones that look better than we do, some that look as good as we do, and a lot that don't. So,
and we really have a great crew.
A great crew.
I mean, they're incredible. I mean, and they're really the ones who end up making it happen.
And you know, I'll say this live on air. I actually had like a theory of why the sound in those two scenes were so bad. Remember, Ty had a horrible cat allergy reaction while we were shooting those scenes, so it might have, you know, allergies can affect your eardrums and everything. So he might not have even picked up on it.
Well,
shit happens.
I don't think.
Some are excruciating. Yes, there are some good ones.
Yeah,
Vanity's
there
not
are
bad.
some good ones, but I think Scotia's right. We are head and shoulders, maybe not above all of the rest,
No.
but I think we have really great.
Yes, Julie knew from the beginning.
Our team, our director, our cinematographer, you know, the sound guy, all the technical people are really, you know, great. I mean, they're the best, and they're young and up and coming, and they love our show just as much as you guys do and we do.
Emily had more fun doing the wedding background than she did playing a zombie. That was a fun day. It was the best group of
really?
background
That's
ever.
a compliment.
It was the best background ever. It's starting to get dark. Oh, not too bright. Where were you the night of? Yeah, that was the two wedding days were great fun, and it was really scary going into them because I thought those were the 2 days that could be absolutely nightmares. Because you know we had all the guest stars were there. Not that they were hard to work with, but you know you certainly don't want things to go wrong when you have people you're trying to keep happy and impress. All the extras, all the production value, design. But it was a dream. I had the
Wait,
best
somebody
time.
said just scooters.
Can I finish the question before you point out another word?
But magazine review.
Oh, thanks, Jason. Yeah, that was pretty cool and totally unexpected. Jeffrey sent me a link. Oh, look. It's like, oh my God. What are the two? That doesn't happen too often in the mainstream gay media. Frontiers.
Oh, that was the Frontiers.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell people who might not be in the know?
Well, if they're on Facebook, they probably see it. Frontiers Magazine, and there's a link on our Facebook page. If you want to look it up, Frontiers Magazine posted an article, and I don't know if it's in their hard copy. We need to go to West Hollywood and pick up a copy. It might just be on their blog, but they listed us in the list of 10 gay web shows worth watching. I don't think they said the best, but it was along those lines. It was pretty good company.
I think, yeah, we were lucky to be in it.
Yeah, Emily, we have had this conversation. I don't know if I can squeeze that in season 3. If we have a season 3, if I tell the story arc of what has happened to Nathan and Damien since they broke up, and we only do 10 episodes, I probably won't be able to fit it in this season, but I would like to do that because I would love to have Damien have some trashy, white trash, homophobic brother who pops in and makes hell. We've been very lucky. We have gotten a great start. Although I have to say, when I was putting the special together, I could really tell the difference look-wise from season 1 and season 2. Our neighbor. She probably thinks we're insane that we're sitting here talking to the lamp. I could really tell a difference between season 1 and season 2. Season 1, with the exception of the finale, looks very candy-colored. It's very purple and yellow and greens and. I prefer. I mean, I get what we were doing then. We wanted it to be eye candy. We really wanted it to pop. But I am glad we sort of shifted that this season. It sort of looks more like a real TV show now, I think. Thank you, darling. Lawrence, are you implying that there are not young viewers? Well, younger than us. What's the story with "Oh, do you look like" pictures on Facebook? No, but
Did I say old viewers?
Chantel, I don't understand the question. Maybe a little off topic, been away for a while. What's the story with OD&T look-alike pictures on... Oh, that's something else. Thank you for bringing that up. I've been so busy with reloading the special that, yeah, we haven't picked a winner of the dog contest. So if you haven't, gone in and voted, I think we're going to count both. Vote people who say pick this one as a comment and the people who like. We're going to add them all up. So, starting tomorrow, I'm going to take my stack of to-do lists and get organized and get caught up. Thank you again for your patience. I need a staff. And no, that's not a sex joke. I need a staff. Yeah,
God, there must be so many ads.
We can't have 12-year-old viewers. 12. Leon and Lawrence should be a sitcom. Lawrence, well, we last time talked that we wanted he wanted us to do like a Sonny and Cher act. Can we smoke?
I did want us to be a Sonny and Cher act. I wanted us to be, It
was much more flattering when you were on this side of
because he can sing. He can sing. Put each other down.
Oh well, that would do very well.
Hilarious.
I just want to give you guys updates that on Sunday at 4 o'clock PST, Bruce Hart and I will be on set with Jasper Cole. I don't think Jasper's actually there. I think he's got a guest host, Jason Stewart, who's pretty well known in LA and who actually auditioned for Brad. And then on May 14th, we are on Rad Radio! And we're working on trying to get the whole cast to that one. And on May 16th, we are on Our Heart Radio, and again, trying to get as many of the cast there. And again, the cast is very busy, so I'm not sure how many we can get, but we're going to get as many as we can. And although, actually, I have to talk to Rad Radio, because I'm not sure if they wanted just me or the cast, or I will clarify that with you-know-who.
Scotia says we're an odd couple.
We are. We really are. We're opposites.
Yeah.
In fact, that was the headline in the Personals ad when we met that I wrote.
I want an opposite. I want someone completely different than me because I can't stand myself.
The headline was, do opposites really attract? They don't repel, but sometimes they repulse. I wanted season 3 too, Emily. It's got to happen. And, let's talk about that. Let's talk about it. I want to hear people's ideas of how we can possibly reach people for Indiegogo. I mean, I hate asking for money yet again. So any new novel, fun ideas, suggestions, no matter how bizarre, we don't have to talk about them here. But if you have any, email them to me because I'm really at a loss. I'm really not sure.
It's spreading the word. Spreading the word.
Jason is a whole step. That is true, Jason. I stand corrected happily. You're right. Oh my God, if it wasn't for Jason, I would be... Well, if it wasn't for Jason, we would just not be doing any fundraising or any raffles or eBay or auctions or... and I'm probably forgetting 10 other things that he does.
And I get to work with Jason too. And it's great.
Jason's godsend. Can we smoke for the 4th time, please?
May the adults smoke. Well, and what am I supposed to be doing about that? Getting you your
No, you're
cigarette
supposed to be
like you're Zsa Zsa Gabor?
answering the question that I've posed 3 times now. Maybe we should do our own web series. The Bickersons.
Chantel gets so many ads. I'll have to sit here and take his place for a quick second. Sorry, folks. He just said there's no taking my place, and I would certainly agree. All right, Scotia, we can talk. Who are you referring to? Leon went to get a cigarette or cigarettes so that he can smoke. This is the honest truth. We are an old married couple. Do you guys know how long we've been together? We are both an old married couple and old.
What was that?
Nothing, dear. Nothing at all.
As I walk up behind you with a heavy lead crystal ashtray. Actually, I have an idea. I have a question for you all. Here's my question for you all.
Thank you, Scotia. Got it. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you think we'll plan to do next if there's no season 3? If there's no season 3, we will take the money we raise, and depending on how much money we raise will depend on the scope of it, but we will do a kick-ass Halloween special, like
a great Halloween special.
A really long Halloween special that will tie up the loose ends and kind of most of the loose ends.
But we really are hoping for a season 3, and we have, more like 45 more days to raise the
47.
money. And we're really just like beating the bushes a little bit now.
And what we're asking for on Any Go-Go is not even the whole budget. We just
So in any
case, even more important that we raise it. So.
Yeah. So let's see. Have you ever thought about writing an ODNT book?
Actually, I haven't.
No, you read now, darling.
All right. Shall I tell that story? That's another story that wasn't in the special, but it doesn't matter because it doesn't.
Hi, Charlie.
We actually had a novelist who was a fan of the show write a novelization of the show, which I have and I've read, and it's really great. Due to circumstances that I'm not going to get into. She afterwards she asked me to write a screenplay of a novel, which I actually had wanted to do, but it also, the timing was, it was just horrible timing. It was like this time last year, and those of you who know me know what I was going through, but I'm not going to go into it now. It was just impossible to write a love story at that time, or to write anything at that time. I was kind of, so she basically said, okay, you can't use the book, which is a shame because it's very well written. Very well written. I wish we could release it. We were going to release it as an ebook. I still like the idea. If anybody wants to, watch the show again and type up a novelization, I would love it. I would love to do that. I'm all about, I tried to do Nathan's journal. Well, I did do Nathan's journal. I love that kind of
auxiliary?
Yes, thank you. I can't say that word. I hate these fucking ads. Now, would you guys get ads if we got the pro account? Jason, do you know the answer to that question?
They're all getting.
No, but if we had
bombarded,
a pro account, that might cut out the number of ads. I will look into that between now and the next season.
Okay, gosh, sorry, Emily.
My question is. Oh my God. Yeah, Nora's writing fan fiction, which is actually very good, but it's a bit
shocking.
It's not shocking, but it's highly erotic. So I don't know if that's something we would endorse as an official interpretation of the show. But if you're into that kind of stuff, it's really it's out there. Anyway, the question I want to ask you guys.
I wasn't into it. I just said it was shocking.
The question I want to ask you guys is, what was your favorite part of the special? What was What was the part that you've learned, learned that you didn't know, or what part did you think was the most interesting, or the what was your favorite part of the special? So inarticulate.
That's the question, guys. What did you think? What was your favorite part of the special? What
Yeah,
what
I'll
spoke?
ask more specific questions.
Yeah.
What part did you go? Oh, that's cool, or oh, I didn't know that, or
Did you learn
oh, how
anything
funny,
new,
or
or Amanda's wonderful.
she's always hysterical. Well, you can have more than one answer, Chantel. Your Greg tying his shoes.
I know. I love that. Greg tying his shoes.
That was so much fun. That whole day was fun. That was the last day we shot. We shot. That wasn't the last scene we shot because we shot the Rock Club. Was the last scene we shot with Damien that night. But it was really nice to have the last day be with the four guys at a table, and because it was such a complicated big scene to set up, we sat there just chatting for an hour or so, just and not in character, but just and it was really fun. They were really nice. In fact, I had planned to give some sort of touching, little thank you speech to them while I had them all there together, but then decided fuck it because we were having so much fun. I didn't want to make it all maudlin and whatever.
Bruce is a fun guy. You guys need to know that. Bruce is not like Nelson Van Eddy at all. He's a very sweet and generous guy. Nice, good guy, good friend. And he's so much fun to have on set. I mean, he really brings a lot of laughter and fun to the set. That was a really fun day shooting that pool scene. It was a hard work for everyone, getting the whole thing set up and the cafe and then blocking everything, putting it all together.
Oh yeah, the little thing about falling into a pool.
And the fall, and then the fall. Of course, that was leading up to it. That was the
ever, never, ever again. Never. I need to paste arrows pointing to that because I always forget to look there. I'm always looking at the questions. Choose second clip where y'all were sitting at a table and all groaned at the same time. The part where we all went grrrr. Yeah, that was
yeah.
That's
actually the pool episode.
That was that girl that we all did in unison. We decided that at the last minute while we were all sitting there just chatting for that hour while they were setting it up. We were running lines at one point, and Bevs just threw that in, and we all cracked up, and we were like, "Let's do that. Let's do that. Let's put that in." I think Arvin might have cut that, but I'm like, no. We got to leave that in. Have a moment of. You can have little moments of kind of unrealistic zaniness if you don't go crazy. Yeah, the auditions were great. That was fun. I tried to put a clip from the play that I did, Carved in Stone with Kurt. That I think is maybe one of the 2 video clips that caused iMovies to crash and send my world tumbling into a spin. Yeah, Bruce is very hateable as Nelson, but very lovable as Bruce. Vance, thank you. That was a big concern of mine because, I originally thought it was going to be like, oh, it'll be a 10-minute special. It's just going to be in, talking heads. I wasn't going to do any clips or anything. Well, that's enough of that. And I realized I can't just have people. So I really tried to chop it so it was 6 people having one conversation. So I'm glad you liked that. Thanks.
But I also think the cast is genuinely enthusiastic. Obviously, I mean, we didn't prompt them or feed them lines. Those were their own thoughts and feelings and emotions, and that's very gratifying that they love the show that much. And with all that love, hopefully we'll raise enough money for season 3.
I wish we had more of Stephanie in there. It occurred to us last minute that it's like, oh my God, we should ask some of the guest stars. And since most of our guest stars are busy working pretty popular actors, most of them couldn't make it. And God bless Stephanie, she came straight from a rehearsal or something. I mean, she was working that day too, but managed to squeeze us in. But it just felt lopsided to only have one guest star. But I thought it was appropriate for her to talk about the appeal to women because she actually said great stuff about that too. That more stuff about it that didn't make it in. An extended special edit. You're gonna give me a rusty, sharp object that I can scrape across.
I don't think
my
he'll be doing any more editing anytime soon.
In fact, 2 days ago, Lawrence is like, "Oh, yeah, now you can cut your own actor's reel," and I wanted to slap him.
You did?
Yeah, I did. I didn't, and I could cut my own reel, and probably will, but I need
more ads.
Break. God, these ads.
Well, I don't know if everyone sees them at the same time. No, I don't think so.
Actually, now, because Arvin concerned about having a backup, he loaded all of the footage, season 1 and season 2, onto 2 drives that he gave us. So we could go through and do kind of an extended cut. I know there's scenes from the bathroom stall scene with Nathan and Ross that were cut. Actually, every episode, I've said before, we're like the moonlighting of web TV, and if you're old enough to get that reference, because we have so much dialogue that every episode something gets cut, and mine as much as anyone else's. So, and I've gotten very good at that. Arvin sending me the rough cut and saying, okay, what can we cut, and then just finding just like lines and just lots of lines that we can trim. That it's kind of fun. It's like putting together a puzzle. Yeah, it was too bad not to. And I would have loved, if we could have afforded it, I would have loved to have included a clip of Pevsner's part in Modern Family, but I think ABC probably would have wanted, $100,000 or so. And no, not going to do it. And if I'd done it guerrilla style, then YouTube would have demonetized.
And David had actually planned on being there.
Yeah.
I think he got called at the last minute.
Yeah.
You don't turn down Modern Family if you get that opportunity.
Oh, Emily, I have the whole show of Carved in Stone if you want to watch it. Did you see it on stage when we did it originally? If I do say so myself, it's a great show. That's like one of two
Emily,
or three
that's
plays,
funny. The minute they ask a question, then they get a commercial for your answer.
Oh my God, it's 2 minutes to 8.
Give me more questions.
Well, it's almost been an hour. Should we wrap her up? I still haven't promoted I haven't sent out the PR stuff for the special. So I still have stuff to do.
We do have some auction items coming up.
Well, it looks like we do. Well, this may be one of them now.
Well, no.
I'm going to let Lawrence talk about the auction items because he's the auction queen. Jason's the king, and he's the queen.
How dare you?
Sorry.
Let's see. David Lee flyers for season 3. Are you still are you still going to be doing chats? I think that we will probably do periodic chats, but not every week. So stay tuned for more information on that. Anyway, there is an auction coming up, and it's really it's a neat one because all of the actors, including the guest stars of the show,
The big guest stars.
all of the guest stars, including Ian Buchanan, Tom Beers, everybody has picked DVDs or a DVD or more that they particularly like, and they've signed them, they've autographed them, and so we're selling them in packages. And the first 2 are going to go online on eBay this weekend, and they're kind of Jason and I could kind of put these packages together
With help from Trey Sheik.
with help from Très Chic.
Trey Sheik.
But mostly Jason. In terms of putting these packages together, and then so the first one is called Drama, so that says it all. The second one's called Grab Bag, and that's got kind of and they're all
Grab ass.
No, they're all really good collections of videos, and it's going to start off on eBay at a really reasonable price, and they're autographed by the cast. I mean,
You're good at this.
No, but each one is autographed by the cast member who recommended that film. Said, "I think this is a great film. I want to share this with the fans." So I think you guys will enjoy it. So look out for that eBay auction coming up this weekend. Do you have anything else to add? Golden Fleece on that? I think hugs, hugs. That's what Joan Rivers always says. Hugs. All right. Well, grab ass. It's not grab ass, Scotia. It's grab bag. Grab bag. Now you've confused
That sounds
me.
even worse.
Yeah.
Ow!
You've confused me now, but I think it's
No,
grab.
wait,
It's
there's a
grab.
question. Yeah, we should have David Lee Flyers at his show, especially in Palm Springs.
Oh, that's an excellent idea. Thank you.
Where's my to-do list? To-do list. To-do list.
So I think you should sit down and say goodnight to everyone.
Good night to everyone. Get your ass
Yeah,
up.
carved in stone. We can absolutely share that with you.
If I could
It's on
copy,
it's on YouTube as well.
No, there are chunks of the San Francisco production on YouTube and one scene from the LA production, because the LA production was a 99-seat equity. Equity members, you cannot post video of equity members without getting permission. So actually, it probably just as well turned out that way, so I didn't get sued or fined. Although I'm not a member of equity. Anyway, he was great as Tennessee Williams. He is so effing good. And it was interesting to see him do Kowalski, because his Tennessee Williams and Carved in Stone, it's a farce, it's a comedy. I mean, a big one. So it was interesting to watch him again play like two.
Yeah, he played two. He played in our play that we did. Kurt played Tennessee Williams as sort of a little older, a little bit more seasoned, and
Like at the end of his life.
Yeah,
but not old, but like younger Tennessee, having had a full life experience. It was him in the afterlife. So I love.
And the other play was, a young Tennessee Williams, and he was excellent in both. Kurt Bonham, they're all excellent actors. We're very lucky to have them. I mean,
you're too funny. Yeah, it was good to see him in a TV show without Lindsay. He told me some stories about that shoot. I wish I could share, but I'll let him tell those stories. Maybe if we can get him in for a chat, that would be fun. Yeah, let me also talk to Bev about doing a chat if he can squeeze it in. I don't know. I wish he had a computer. Of the 4 old dogs, Pevsner is the most challenged technically. So otherwise, I would just say, "Oh yeah, sign on here and do it." But I don't think he would need some help. So it's 8:03. I guess we're gonna wrap it up because I gotta go.
We haven't had dinner
back
yet.
to work. Yeah,
we're gonna eat dinner.
Yet. We're gonna eat dinner first.
We're gonna eat dinner, guys.
And then plug in the special away.
Kraft macaroni and cheese.
Yum! That's all.
I was actually joking.
Are
they gone? Did you already sign off?
No. I just wanted to check something. So anyway, that's that. And thank you for watching the special. I'm glad everyone's liking it. Please post it, share it, go into YouTube and post comments and like it. I know I'm just being brazen. I have no choice. If we're going to get to season 3, we really, really have to push it hard, balls to the wall. And I hate it more than anyone. And I hate asking people to do it more than anyone. But
well, it's helping spread the word is
it's
the greatest thing you guys
yeah.
can
Well,
do.
yeah. I mean, that's the biggest.
We
so anything
appreciate
you, can do.
you and love you. Thank you.
Thanks for
and
coming
so we'll
in.
see you soon.
And thanks.